Hello, I'm Food Daniel. Here are my predictions for WFA Week 7 games to be played on May 13th. First, brief notes about some of the remarkable games from last week. Okay, Boston Renegades shut out the DC Divas 26-0. Okay, DC got shut out first time in 7 years. That is eye-popping. Yes. Keystone Assault beat the Hampton Roads Lady Gators 33-0. I predicted the Lady Gators to win that. The Assault showed me, didn't they? New York Sharks beat the Cleveland Fusion 9-7. There you go. Knew it'd be close. Yep. Great stuff. Hope they meet up again next year. Indy Crash beat the Madison Blaze 32-6. I got that one wrong. I predicted the Blaze. Carolina Phoenix beat the Atlanta Phoenix 44-30. I don't think anybody got that one right. I expected Atlanta to win because they're a Tier 1 team, but no. The Tier 2 Carolina Phoenix upended the Tier 1 Atlanta Phoenix. So until Atlanta beats Carolina, I'm going to refer to the Atlanta Phoenix as the Atlanta Pohoenix. Okay, what else do we have here? Any surprises? Tacoma Trauma beat the Southern Oregon Lady Renegades 20-13. I predicted it'd be close, and I predicted neither team would score more than 20 points. I got both of those right, but I predicted the Lady Gades would win. They didn't, so there you go. And that's pretty much the only really remarkable games. Okay, here we go. Games for May 13th. Day before Mother's Day. There you go. Philadelphia Phantoms and New York Sharks. This is a good, fun one. This one is difficult to predict because both these teams are good, solid Tier 2 teams. I'm going to predict the Sharks, but solely on gut. Solely on gut. This could go either way. This could be high scoring, low scoring. I have no idea what's going to happen. Montreal Blitz to New York knockout. Gruesome win for Montreal. What's the French word for gruesome? Baltimore Nighthawks to Hampton Roads Lady Gators. Baltimore should win that one. Connecticut Hawks to Maine Mayhem. Mayhem should win that one. Cleveland Fusion at the Columbus Comets. This will be good and fun. What happened when they met the first time this year? Cleveland won 19-9. Okay. This will be great. This could go either way. Well, above the neck, I'm thinking Cleveland will probably win, but above the neck is overrated. So I'm going to predict that my Columbus Comets are going to surprise them. Yes, go Comets. You know I love my Comets, see? Yeah. So you're lucky I don't do this for a living, you see. Since I'm just a fan, I can go ahead and do stuff, just predict stuff solely out of fandom. I can do that. Okay. Pittsburgh Passion at the Boston Renegades. I do expect Boston to win. I could be wrong, but I expect Boston to win, and I'm going to say it'd be by between 10 and 20 points. Yes. I expect Boston to win this game by something between 10 and 20 points. Toledo ran at the Chicago Force. Gruesome win for the Chicago Force. Detroit Dark Angels, the West Michigan Mayhem. Have these teams played each other this year? No, they have not. I expect Detroit to win this game. And that one too. I feel it'll be something around the order between 10 and 20 points. Yes, I believe the Dark Angels will win about that much. Flint City Riveters traveling to the Derby City Dynamite. I expect the Dynamite to win. Kablooey. Atlanta Phoenix, the Music City Misfits. Gruesome win for Atlanta. Gruesome. South Carolina Smash, the Richmond Black Widows. I expect the Black Widows to win. That's why I think the Spiders will do the smashing instead of being the ones getting smashed. Yeah. Yeah, Black Widows will win. Huntsville Tigers, the Arkansas Wildcats. The Wildcats will win that one, yeah. Tennessee Train playing a non-league opponent. Well, without knowing who the non-league opponent is, I can't guess. Daytona Wave Runners, the Orlando Anarchy. The Anarchy will win. I think the league is now pretty sold. The Orlando Anarchy is, for real in Division 3 this year. Yes, indeed. And they are the feel-good story of the year. And I'd say they'd be the feel-good story of the year even, without, the Pulse massacre. Because they've gone, 2 years without winning a game? Now here they are, 5-0, looking great. It's good to see. Tampa Bay Inferno at North Florida Pumas. Gruesome win for Tampa Bay. Kansas City Titans at the St. Louis Slam. Well, the first matchup of these two teams didn't go well for Kansas City. So, yeah, I expect St. Louis will win this one, too. And, yeah, I know I blew it last week. I got crossed up. I thought the Slam were in the Eastern Conference the past couple of years, and I got a bunch of people correct me. You dummy, you got it wrong. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Madison Blaze, the Minnesota Machine. Madison will win. Yeah. Houston Power at the Acadiana Zydeco. This hasn't been a very fun year for either one of these teams, has it? What have these two teams done? Okay, they met each other in week 3 and the Power won 36-0. So I guess I'll predict Houston to win again. Yes. Yeah, Houston will win. Seattle Majestics, the Portland Shockwave. There you go. This will be a great one. Yes. When they met the first time this year, it was real close with Seattle winning 24-21. Hard to say what's going to happen. See, the Majestics, they're 5-0, but the Shockwave are the only Division 1 team they've played. And the Majestics are the only Division 1 team that Portland has played as well. Of course, because it's a self-contained division up there. I don't know what's going to win, but I do love my Majestics, so just for fandom, I'm going to say the Majestics are going to win. Go Majestics, yes. Okay, Tacoma Trauma at the Everett Rain. That too will be an interesting game because they're rather evenly matched too, I think. I mean, wasn't it a real close game when the first time they met? Yep, opening day, Tacoma won 6-0. What have they done since? Everett has one win over the Lady Gates, 35-0. While the Trauma, they beat the Lady Gates last week, 20-13. And both teams spend the rest of their schedule getting jumped up and down upon by Seattle and Portland. Impossible to say what's going to happen. No prediction. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. A game that I would be going to if I didn't have the Bands for Bands awards ceremony the very next day. The Utah Blitz at the Utah Wildcats. Okay. I expect the Utah Blitz to win this game. Simply because the Wildcats have a very, very small roster. But they do have enough to play. That'll be good fun because those two teams, they're friendly to each other. They like each other a lot. So it'll be a very friendly rivalry. And my Utah Blitz will win. Yeah. Rocky Mountain Thundercats at the Santa Fe Dukes. I expect the Thundercats to win. But the Dukes do have a puncher's chance there. The Thundercats, yeah, they beat the Utah Blitz. They beat Amarta de las Cruces, but they were both real close games. So I expect the Thundercats to win, but this could be a surprise. The Dukes could surprise us. And here's the marquee matchup of the week, I think. Pacific Warriors to San Diego Surge. In week 1, the Surge beat the Warriors 41-40. Who knows what's going to happen here? I mean, the Surge are coming off of the worst regular season day they've ever had. They lost to the War Angels in San Diego 44-7. I'm going to do something I've never done before. For the first time ever, when Pacific Warriors match up against San Diego Surge, I expect Pacific Warriors to win. I'll pick the Pacific Warriors to win. I could be wrong. Now, I do know when the Surge did get beat by the War Angels 44-7, I predicted the Surge to win that game. And last week I was at the War Angels game, and the War Angels, they let me have it. They let me have it. Especially Coach Jeff King. When I show up at the game, this is the first time I've seen him in person in about a year, and the first thing he says to me was, "You're not very good at making predictions, Alex." There you go. Good stuff. Okay. Inland Empire Ravens, the Sin City Trojans. Sin City Trojans will win. Yeah. Oh, here's a Florida game that's way down at the bottom. I don't know how this one got way down at the bottom. Jacksonville Dixie Blues, the Miami Fury. Miami Fury will win this game. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And finally, La Muerta de las Cruces are hosting the Colorado Freeze of the IWFL. That could be fun. I'm going to predict my Las Cruces, La Muerta de las Cruces, to win, because I really love those ladies, because they're super nice to me, and I don't know much about the Colorado Freeze at all, except that they've got one hell of a long drive, and they're going to be in weather that they're probably totally unused to, and I've seen what happens when players who aren't used to 100-degree heat have to play in it. So, yeah. I predict La Muerta de las Cruces to win. Yeah. And that completes my predictions for the Mother's Day weekend of the Women's Football Alliance. Thank you.